Welcome to our journey through the top 10 classic cars you can buy on a low budget. These timeless gems are not just a mode of transportation, but a piece of history, character, and style. Why classic cars? Classic cars are more than just vehicles, they're investments. In addition to their aesthetic charm, they have the potential to appreciate in value over time. In this video, we've curated a list of classic cars that won't break the bank. 10. Honda S600. The Honda S600 was Honda's first sports car, coming 25 years before Mazda's famous roadster, the Miata. Despite its small 606cc engine, it could rev up to an impressive 9,500 RPM. This model laid the foundation for Honda's popular four-cylinder engines. While it had a decent 57 horsepower, there was a more powerful version with an 800cc engine producing 71 horsepower. The little roadster used a chain-driven system to power the rear wheels. It was quite expensive at $35,000, but Honda had a good reputation for reliable vehicles, and the S600 was relatively easy to maintain and repair. 9. BMW 635 CSI E24. In a time when BMW crafted opulent and high-performance cars that offered more than just fancy touchscreens, unattractive grills, and number-based names, they produced a line of impressive sports Grand Tourers. One standout from that period was the iconic Shark Nose E24, present during the 1980s. The cars, built in 1976 and 1977, carried the esteemed Karmann emblem and are in high demand. The M6 E24 model has gained substantive value, and numerous fans have given up hope of owning one. The M30 engine, featured in different versions of this car, is renowned for its strength and dependability, mirroring the other components of the E24. However, a major concern is rust. A well-preserved E24 can be found for approximately $19,000. 8. Ford Mustang First Generation. The original Ford Mustang from 1964 remains popular with vintage car fans worldwide. Many are tucked away in barns, waiting for minor restoration. These vintage Mustangs are known for their simplicity and reliability. You can buy a good one with a 289 V8 engine for around $21,000, but it won't have the GT label. GT models start at around $30,000. The standard 289 V8 versions have more power, ranging from 200 to 225 horsepower, and you can easily upgrade them for more speed. You might even find a 4-speed manual version without much difficulty. 7. Datsun 240Z. In the world of cars, the Datsun 240Z is the original in a long line of great and affordable Japanese sports cars. The early S30 versions came with a 2.4-liter L-Series inline-6 engine and are still available at reasonable prices. Depending on how many miles are on the odometer and the overall condition, you can get one of these cars for anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000. This sleek sports coupe with rear-wheel drive is known for being light, which makes it a lot of fun to drive. What makes it even better is that it's reliable and its parts are easy to service. If you're lucky enough to find one with a 5-speed manual transmission, you're in for a pretty exciting sports car experience. 6. Porsche 944. It has its engine in the front, and its roots come from the 924, which wasn't originally designed to be a Porsche. This car is known for being reliable when it's taken care of, but there are some common issues to be aware of. Electrical problems, often related to the DME relay, can be an issue. Apart from these considerations, the Porsche 944 provides a well-balanced and light sports car experience with the engine in the front and the gearbox in the back. It's worth noting that the 944 turbos tend to be more expensive, with the cheapest ones currently costing around $16,500. 5. Chevrolet Corvette C3. The C3 Corvette holds a special place in American sports car history. Its smooth, curvaceous design earned it the nickname the Coca-Cola Corvette, inspired by the classic Coca-Cola bottle shape. It's important to thoroughly inspect the C3 Corvette's body, as it's constructed from fiberglass, making repairs potentially complex and costly. Issues like a distorted chassis and rust on the door sills can be deal breakers. However, in terms of mechanical components, the Chevrolet Corvette C3 is robust and, with proper care, can endure for generations. Even the more desirable pre-emission regulation models can be acquired for around $35,000. The V8 engine in this car offers the flexibility for various aftermarket upgrades. 4. Jaguar XJS AJ6. Vintage car fans really love the idea of a fancy British sports car. That's where the Jaguar XJS comes in. This big car wasn't always known for being super reliable, especially because of its fancy V12 engine that's hard to take care of. But if you choose the AJ6 engine, it's a different story. This 6-cylinder engine was first used in the XJS in 1983, and it came in sizes from 3.6 to 4.0 liters. When you use it with a 5-speed manual gearbox, it's faster than the V12 version. Plus, it's more dependable and cheaper to own. You can find a good one for about $14,000. 3. Mercedes W123. When we talk about classic Mercedes cars, one of the best is the W123. These cars were tough like a tank, but since they're almost 50 years old, they can have a rust problem. Also, many of these cars have been driven a lot, but if they were taken care of, that's not a big issue. The good thing is, you can find a decent one for about $6,500. These cars often have a famous 3.0-liter OM617 inline-5 turbo diesel engine that's known for being super tough. It doesn't have a lot of power with just 123 horsepower, so it's not super fast, but it'll take you around in style and comfort. If you're lucky, you might find a faster gasoline version like the 280 SE. Surprisingly, with this amount of money, you might even find the rarer coupe version. 2. BMW 325i E30. The BMW E30 is a much-loved classic car, especially among vintage car fans in Europe. Most European versions have 4-cylinder engines, but the American ones usually come with a 2.5-liter inline-6 engine known as the M20. They're called 325i, 325iS, or 325iX, depending on whether they have all-wheel drive or not. The E30 is different from the modern 3 Series because it's lighter. With its strong 171 horsepower inline-6 engine, it can go from 0 to 600 miles per hour in a quick 7.9 seconds. The 4-speed ZF automatic transmission isn't the best choice as it shifts slowly. Some models with the M20 engine offer a 5-speed manual transmission with an unusual shifting pattern. If you want one in good condition, you might have to spend around $16,000. 1. Chevrolet Camaro First Generation. In 1967, Chevrolet introduced a strong competitor to the Mustang, sparking a significant rivalry in the car world. The original Camaro has become quite valuable, but some versions are still reasonably priced. You can find a good Camaro RS with a 327 small block engine and a 4-speed manual gearbox for under $40,000. In this setup, the engine could produce anywhere from 210 to 275 horsepower. However, because of the strong support from car enthusiasts and the aftermarket upgrades available, it's not hard to increase their power. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, then share your thoughts in the comments, and also share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you can never miss our videos.